What's going on, DZ Team? It's Z here. In this video, we're going to talk about something very controversial, and it's been going on for a long time here, now, back then, going on in the future, and probably never going to stop, and that is gun control. Now, a lot of people have already talking about it, and I know a lot of you probably already left, but I feel like I'm going to simplify it down a little bit, and with my platform and our platform here, I need to get my opinion out, my stance on it, right? And my theory and how I became where I am in that category. So if you will, stick with me. If you've already left, well, then you're missing out on this video, but stick with me for a couple minutes. We're just gonna dive right into it. All right, guys, so we're gonna dive right into it. It's really windy out here. Hopefully it's not messing up the audio. Haven't heard it yet, don't have any of it. But anyways, so the fight right now, if you're not aware, is should we make more rules to make guns harder to get or almost impossible to have for the law-abiding citizen? Or should we keep it with the Pro 2A side and just be able to get them more frequently with less restrictions and or where they're at already? So my stance on this, right? So I can see both sides and why. So on this side, right, where the let's make more restrictions, I understand it to the point where it's a fear aspect, right? A lot of shootings, a lot of deaths due to quote unquote guns, and a lot, quote unquote, statistically speaking, there are less rifle deaths than there are handguns and or knife stabbing, right? And or car accidents and or drunk driving and things of that sort. So statistically speaking, I can see where people don't know the facts, but they're being told this is the issue, this is the solution to that issue, right? It's a problem. They don't have to figure it out for themselves because it's already been solved by somebody telling you we need more restrictions on this. Now, on the offhand on that, my theory in my where my brain goes is, okay, well, if something is against the law, right? For instance, how many people right now that you're watching drink something and drive? Have one beer, one shot, whatever the case may be, and drive. Whether it be a bicycle, whether it be a regular car, a four-wheeler, whatever the case may be, there might be a law against it, right? But people can still do it and get home safely without repercussions. I know, I've seen it, been there, done that, right? It happens all the time. Now, with that being said, that kind of goes same with firearms, right? So even if you make it against the law, what's still gonna happen is people that already have it are gonna hide it, dig it underneath the dirt, whatever the case may be, ban guns, whatever, nobody has guns, people go in, even if people come in to check your house for firearms, completely tear it apart, completely demolish the house. That firearm is still underneath the dirt. People are still somehow gonna get it, even if they have to import it from another country or smuggle it into the country. People are still gonna get it some way, somehow, just like drugs, still how people are gonna be drinking and driving. All of those things are still going to happen. It's just gonna make it harder for the law-abiding citizen to get a tool that, one, they use for recreation, and two, they can use to protect themselves. Those are just a few reasons why people have firearms. Now on the Pro 2A side, right? The reason a lot of us think that it's not okay and not good, as you know, what a lot of people have already said these terms, but another reason why that we think we should be less restriction is because if somebody comes into my house, imagine this, picture this, right? Me, I'm a bad guy. I come into your front door, I hold a firearm at your face, and I, pin you down or whatever and tell you I'm gonna come, I'm gonna take your jewelry, and I'm gonna take your kid, and or your TV, your dog, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna take them, and there's nothing you're gonna do about it. And I have a firearm, right? But we have gun control laws in, and you can't get a firearm. You cannot have a firearm because those are the rules now, right? So I have a firearm because I'm a smuggler. I smuggled it in somehow. I buried it under the dirt, picked it up later. I have a firearm and I'm pointing it at you. Now what? What is your call? Are you gonna be able to call the police? By the time you call the police, even get the opportunity to call the police or pull out a phone, guess what? I'm shooting you. pull out a phone, shooting you. Done deal, you're dead. And or if I do my stuff, whatever, take your kid, take your dog, take your TV, whatever, and I walk out that door, then you call the police, I'm already gone. I could change license plates, I can cover my license plate number up. It's gonna be hard to trace. I could burn my car and blow it up. I could have somebody else's car. I could have a family member's car, or a friend's car, or somebody's car that I stole, because I'm a bad guy, right? You're never gonna be able to find me if I do all these small little things and plan ahead of time. But, change that situation, you had a firearm and you were carrying in your house and or had it somewhere available in your home. While I was doing my thing, you could have snuck away and or if you didn't already have it on you, draw at the opportunity that it arose and be able to combat somebody that's coming in to try to hurt you and take stuff from you illegally and immorally, because they don't care about you. They don't. The only person that's going to care more about you is yourself. Remember that. Police still have to get to wherever they're at, come to you, assess secure the area, get a statement from you, get all the evidence you have, get your statement, and then go later down the line and find this person. Even if they don't find this person, that's just a 50-50 roll of the dice, depending on your information and if any evidence that is left behind. And that is time. How fast can it get you? If I told you right now, if your friend or your mother or your father, whoever, told you somebody is in my house and somebody just robbed me at gunpoint, how fast do you think you could get there? Kit it up. Honestly, Google Maps it right now. How long will it take you to get there? And this, remember, this call is, you don't know if it's during the incident, before the incident, and or after the incident. So within that time, whether it be 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 30 seconds is a long time, right? So how long can you hold your breath? A minute, tops? Same thing when it comes into a gunfight or a fight for your life. It's not supposed to last very long. And even if you say, oh, well, you know, I'm a mixed martial artist. Can you mix martial arts a bullet? If someone shoots at you, can you do whatever kung fu you want to do and hit a bullet out of the air? I highly doubt it, right? It doesn't make any sense. They have range at that point. I could go all the way out there, get a rifle, bam, and hit you. No matter what you do, you cannot hit me with your martial arts. If you take away guns in general, right? Let's say we all come together and don't want guns, think it's a bad idea, right? And even smugglers don't have it, right? We still got knives. We still have kitchen knives. You're gonna ban kitchen knives and you won't be able to cut your steak or your meat or whatever the case may be, cut a freaking apple because knives are dangerous. Knives kill more than guns, and we still haven't tried to ban knives. Now we've banned some lengths and traveling with them and things like that, but depending on your state, but you can still carry knives and do a lot of damage doing it. And they're harder to detect and they're harder to see. Someone can hide it behind their hand. I carry 2 knives on me every day, and I guarantee you nobody sees it. Guarantee you nobody sees it. I walked around a store with a full-size firearm, and I'm a short guy, with this small frame. Nobody noticed I was carrying a full-size pistol. No matter where you are, if anything round that you can swing or anything is blunt force trauma. Anything that has a point is a impalement, right? Anything with a blade is a laceration. Anything, a piece of metal, a sheet metal, you grab it really hard or you try to jump and grab on it, it cuts your hand. No matter what around you, there is always a weapon, always. No, you can't ban everything and fix the problem. The only thing you can do is fight fire with fire, and hopefully you come out on top and get that training to come out on top. Which is why there's so many of us trying to convey this image, right? What do you think police do when they come in? They come in to try to fight the bad guy. But again, there's only so many police, right? They just defunded some police and a lot of them left. Where does that leave you? They can't be everywhere at once. They can't be at your house and this person. What if all the smugglers one day just decided to come and attack? The military will still have to get here at some point. APD still has to get there at some point. And we still can't cover our own. How are we going to cover other countries like Afghanistan and actually fight terrorists and stuff like that and do all this stuff if we have to fight in our own home? if our government and our soldiers and law enforcement have to fight in our own backyard when we can do it ourselves? We're just too afraid to, right? We just don't want to take the time to build up that courage to really get in the fight and be aggressive, because I'm passive aggressive. And you know, if it was me, would you fight for your child's life if it depended on it? Why wouldn't you do it why wouldn't you fight for your own life if somebody came and broke down your door? Why do we have to relate this to somebody else? You can ban guns all you want. You can ban knives. You can ban whatever. I guarantee you can still get killed. You can still die no matter what. People are always easy to kill. Anything can be used as a weapon. There's a plastic chair right here that I can kill somebody with. Just hit them over and over. If somebody's least expecting a hit and I smack them on the back of the head, they're gone. I could push somebody off of the roof. No matter what you do, people will always die. People are always easy to kill. Now, what makes the difference is being able to fight back, putting the fear in the bad people, saying, oh, if I go into this house, most likely they're armed. I'm kind of nervous. Maybe I should double think. Am I ready for a full fight? Am I ready? Because I don't know who's behind that other door. You have the advantage when you're at home. Why? Because you know the layout. They don't. The moment they get inside that door, and if they don't know what they're doing, it's going to take them a minute. You have the advantage. You know your layout. You know where they're going to come, and you can pie corners. And you can really get in there and pick a spot, hunker down, wait for them to come to the front door and take that shot. You have the advantage. Don't be afraid. Fight the enemy. Don't run from them and try to have your government restrict stuff. I guarantee you it will not work. For years, people have been fighting. Gladiators have always fought head on. They never made rules to not fight. There will always be a war. There will always be a fight. There will always be conflicts. There will always be bad and good. Bad does not listen to rules. So why make rules to try to fight the bad? The bad are just going to go right over them. It doesn't make any sense. So let's make the bad afraid of the good by being able to fight them head on and make them scared to commit a crime because they're afraid to lose their life. That's all I got for you guys today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you think anybody would benefit from it, let them watch this, please. I feel like I gave a lot of good information and a lot of scenarios. So if you felt like I did a good job, leave a like down below. Comment anything you want me to elaborate on. If you have any controversies, if you think otherwise, and I want to hear why. I want to have a normal discussion, not an argument, but a discussion with you. So if you're going to start arguing and get butthurt if I say something, don't even bother. But if you want to have a normal man-to-woman adult conversation, let me know down below. Share with anybody you think that would benefit from it. Remember guys, never get comfortable. See you in the next video.